And some news just come in after his four-country tour. The Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has confessed the agony that he and his Field Marshal Asim Munir faced while representing a struggling Pakistan. Now, the Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said that the international community does not expect Pakistan to come with a begging bowl. This as he called for the usage of the Pakistani natural resources during his address at the Staff College in Quetta.
They no more expect that we go there with a begging bowl. And I am the last person, along with Field Marshal Sayyid Asim Munir, to carry this burden anymore on my shoulder, because it ultimately translates on the shoulders of this great nation.
Now, accompanied by the newly elevated Chief of the Army Staff, Field Marshal Asim Munir, the Pakistani Prime Minister went country hopping to sell the Pakistani side of the story amidst the conflict with India. Ironically, the leaders of the largest party in the National Assembly and supposedly the most popular leader, Imran Khan, who is currently in prison, has called for a nationwide movement against the dispensation in the coming days. Now, both the Pakistani Prime Minister and Asim Munir, as reported, are also scheduled to continue with their self-congratulatory trip to China and then to Saudi Arabia in the coming days. And our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sival, is joining us over the phone line with more details on this. Siddhant, this seems to be an open admission by the Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif that when he travelled abroad, the countries don't want to see Pakistan come with a begging bowl. But what other thing does Pakistan have when it wants to present its side of the story to the other nations that it went hopping to?
Well, quite a comment, I would say, by the Pakistani Prime Minister, mentioning the word begging bowl at a time when his country's economy is something that has been making the headlines in many ways. It just got a bailout from the IMF as well. But essentially, we know that the story of the deteriorating economic situation of Pakistan is something that is well known. And we know that Pakistan has been reaching out to its partner countries, especially China, of course, to make sure that there is a revival. But it looks like that the fundamentals of Pakistani economy remains in a very shoddy position. Now, we know that the focus of the establishment is on reform, something that was mentioned by the Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. But at a time when the country has been seen as a source of instability in the region, whether it's the terror attacks in India, whether it is deteriorating situation politically with Afghanistan, and also a very fragile relationship with Iran, how does Pakistan revive itself from the economic quagmire it is into? We know that when it comes to trade with India, that could have been a major support for Pakistan. But Pakistan, of course, continuing with its policy of terrorism, has made sure that there is no trade with India. It has, in fact, blocked trade between India and Afghanistan as well several times, so much so that Afghanistan is now focusing on Chabahar port via Iran for trading with India rather than the Karachi port. So Pakistan remains a country which is a destabilizing factor in the region.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Siddhant Sival, for joining us with all those details then.